it's aggravating. I'll give them that. So whether it's a noise emitter that they need to use or maybe some security that people suggested, definitely the people who hang out around here don't like it, and I don't like being here under it. It's going to make my brain explode at some point, I think. So one of the city councillors said it's basically the equivalent of beating homeless people with sticks. That's
pretty much. I mean, we're at the lowest point in our lives right now, and you're gonna do this to us. I mean, we're just trying to get out of the elements or whatever, find a place to stay dry, and gotta listen to this incessant noise.
We've been covering a story about the noise. Pardon me?
I have nothing to say to Rebel News. Thank you.
Why is that?
I don't believe in right-wing media. Thank you.
Don't believe in right-wing media? That's interesting. He ended the call. He doesn't believe... That's an interesting statement. He doesn't believe in right-wing media. It doesn't exist, Olivia. I mean, I've never seen a better cold open than that. Hey guys, it's Andrew here. We're here in the city of Oshawa, my hometown, where there's this controversy brewing. There's a bridge with a lot of loitering and drinking that happens underneath it, and the city's erected some sort of noise box that emits a high-pitched noise. Maybe you can hear right now. Maybe you're not a dog and you can't. But we're gonna go check it out and see how people in the area feel. Is this cruel? Is this not cruel? Is it just and avoiding crimes in the area? Let's check it out. So City Councillor of Oshawa, Brian Nicholson, actually said that this is akin to beating homeless people with sticks. Now, I'm not sure this is actually the nicest thing to do for homeless people, but I think it's a little bit much to equate it to physically beating. Now we're saying that sounds are violence. Maybe it is, Olivia. Maybe I'm wrong. If I wanted to loiter around here, Olivia, I don't think I could. They're really cracking down on this area, but maybe it's good. There's a playground here. I think they're finally starting to get sick of people hanging out around City Hall, which is in that direction if you want to take a look. City Hall and the public library. I mean, we're about 25 years too late to be concerned about the status of downtown Oshawa, but maybe this is the start of something, but also maybe not. We are now traversing through the Oshawa Creek to get to this location. This is the Adventures of Andrew Says on Rebel News. You can still hear the pitch, the tone. And you guys heard it here first. If producer Olivia drowns in this creek, it was not me. All right, so we've located the noise emitter. It's two pulsating sounds, and it's pretty irritating. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be under here. Combined with the echo and the piss smells, it's pretty devastating. I feel like my brain's going to explode. I can see why people don't like it, even in the surrounding area. If you're walking by, it's pretty loud, but it seems to be specifically targeted in this area. Some of the gentlemen told us that people are planning on destroying it. Maybe they didn't have the right Phillips or a star bit to get it down, but it's aggravating. I'll give them that. So whether it's a noise emitter that they need to use or maybe some security that people suggested, definitely the people who hang out around here don't like it, and I don't like being here under it. It's going to make my brain explode at some point, I think.
Well, I spent some time here. I'm sort of on the streets right now, so I think it's annoying as hell. I don't know, torch is kind of a strong word, but I mean, it is, yeah, pretty annoying.
So one of the city councillors said it's basically the equivalent of beating homeless people with sticks. That's
pretty much. I mean, we're at the lowest point in our lives right now, and you're gonna do this to us. I mean, we're just trying to get out of the elements or whatever, find a place to stay dry, and gotta listen to this incessant noise. It's kind of annoying, right? I don't know. There's better ways of dealing with issues and something like this.
I'm from Oshawa. I'm not aware that there's any real, actual homeless shelter centers. Is there resources for you guys out here?
Absolutely, yeah. There's quite a few resources here in Oshawa, actually. We're probably better off in Oshawa than some other cities I've been to, but yeah, people still sleep on the streets.
So I don't know if you noticed when you were passing under the bridge, if you could hear the high-pitched noise.
No, I can hear it now because I shut my music off to talk to you, but I can never hear it.
How do you feel about that? There's a big controversy going around that it's cruel. The other side of the story that it keeps it safe by not having people loiter under there. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually happy with it because I think that it actually is working. As you can see, there's not a lot of people around that hang around that I've had to report myself to the city a few times about a dead body,
Okay.
smell of urine. Oh yeah, it's atrocious. So there's two sides to every story. Side is that it's working, and I think it's pretty good.
Honestly, I find it annoying. Like, I get the fact that it deters people from hanging out under there and sleeping under there, but at the same time, there's a park here, and there's like, you know, a chessboard there. So if people want to come up and enjoy this, it kind of conflicts with that, right?
What do you think the city should do? Is there enough like resources for people who would be like making like sleeping under there, or do you think like they should do more of this stuff but elsewhere? How do you feel about that?
I believe if they put more money into building structures for the homeless, we wouldn't come into issues like this. Maybe if they had more, security patrolling the area, it might help as well. But as for the noise, I believe they threw it out without getting like a go-ahead from the township or something. So
One of the city councillors says it's the equivalent, and this is his words, not mine, to beating homeless people with sticks. Do you agree with that?
I concur.
Okay. So what that woman just told me, that she lives nearby and she's had homeless people sleeping in her yard. She even carries around a kit of what I assume is Narcan to sort of reanimate people if they OD. She also says they get robbed under there by other people on the street, or their tents get trashed. So she kind of sees where both sides are coming from. But what we're so far understanding is that obviously the people that hang out around here hate it, but the people who live nearby kind of think it's doing some good work. So we're going to head over to City Hall, see if we can talk to the city councillor, see if we can talk to somebody and give us some answers. Let's go. So Olivia, if you want to look to your left, we've got Memorial Park here in downtown Oshawa. Now it is tradition in Memorial Park for the homeless, the drug addicted, and alcohol addicted to hang out there. I'd imagine that's a suitable alternative to underneath the bridge. Now, I'm no scientician, but it looks pretty empty right now, so I'm kind of surprised. We're going towards the council chamber now. We're going to see if we can find anyone to speak to about the noise emitter, or the belly of the beast, Olivia. It's locked, so there's nobody in there, I guess. We're going to keep looking. Hi, is there anyone we can speak to publicly?
About?
We're doing a story about the noise emitter down the street there. Are there any council members or public relations people in the office?
I think somebody has to come from corporate communications down to speak to you. So what I would do is go down one floor to Service Oshawa, they'll contact corporate communications to have somebody come and meet you.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Now, I was wondering, have you guys had people come in and complain about that noise emitter, one way or the other?
I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't.
No?
Yeah.
It's a very controversial issue these days, in both directions. Part of being a public relations officer is about never being available. I mean, the person's in the office. In fact, they're right there in this office right now. They're probably looking at us to see who it is, beyond the Ukraine flag. But part of doing that job is never being available to answer questions. I know, I was in that world. So I guess the term is out of luck today. We were looking for Brian Nicholson. I think we're going to have to give his office a call. As he said, it's the equivalent of beating people with sticks, the noise, which of course noise is violence, we all know that. But we're going to have to find out for ourselves what he actually thinks. So let's go call him. Growing up, when I was a little boy, I wanted to be an Oshawa city councillor who equated noise to graphic violence.
Hello, Brian Nicholson here.
Hi, Brian Nicholson. I'm a journalist named Andrew Chapados with Rebel News. We've been covering a story about the noise.
To Rebel News.
Pardon me?
I have nothing to say to Rebel News. Thank you.
Why is that?
I don't believe in right-wing media. Thank you.
Don't believe in right-wing media. That's interesting. He ended the call. He doesn't believe. That's an interesting statement. He doesn't believe in right-wing media. It doesn't exist, Olivia. I mean, I've never seen a better cold open than that. So we ventured out here to Oshawa. I even wear my custom Sonic Says shirt. And no answers at Oshawa City Hall. No communications people. City council's not here. But what we did learn is from people who are living in the area that they think the noise emitter kind of works. Whether they completely agree with it or not, the few people we spoke to from the area said it has made it safer and easier to walk around, even for the homeless people. Now, the homeless people have said, well, there are resources for them, And they do have great teeth, so they must have good resources. That, of course, the noise is piercing, it's annoying, and they're just trying to stay out of the elements. So let us know what you think. Is it the equivalent to beating people with sticks? Is it cruel? Or is it the right thing to do? As we see downtown Oshawa having a little bit less of a homeless and vagrancy problem than it used to. Let us know in the comments, and we'll get you next time. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see the full uncut version of this video, swearing, nudity, everything, you'll have to go to rebelnewsplus.com, sign up, watch Andrew Says, where the full version of the interview and these streeter videos will be live every Thursday night.